Welcome, Minneapolis junior, senior high school fans to Maybe Arena in Salina, Kansas, on the campus of Kansas Wesleyan University. As Dale Leach and Mike Perry are here for a second round action of the annual Tri-County Preseason Classic. Minneapolis tonight is taking on the Halstead Dragons. Both girls and the boys, starting off with the girls here, running a little bit later than I thought we would. I think the game was scheduled to start at 6:30, though I thought it was supposed to start at 6. But the Solomon boys and Bennington boys played a game before this, and it went double overtime with the Bennington boys prevailing 54-46 in a very exciting contest. So tonight your Lady Lions get ready to take on the Halstead Dragons, who have played 2 games this year so far compared to our one. Last Friday, they lost to Remington by a score of 55-32, and then Tuesday night at Bennington, the Bennington girls won by a score of 51-31. So I'm not sure if that means that Bennington has a much improved squad or if Halstead is down a little bit this year, but we'll find out tonight.
Well, they do have some height, Dale. As you looked on the program, they got a 6-footer there and a 5'10" girl. So, yeah, that could be a little problem down in the low block if they can get the ball down to her. I'm sure coaches Darrow and Weatherman will try to remedy that issue because that's hard to handle when they got the easy one down on the low block.
Yes, it is. We've got a lot to throw at them on the low block ourselves. No 6-footers, but we've got several 5'10" girls to battle down in there, 5'10", maybe even 5'11" or so. Last year, the Lady Dragons beat the Lady Lions in the championship game by a score of 48-39 here at Maybe Arena in Salina, and actually that's 2 years in a row that the Lady Dragons have beat the Lady Lions, 48-39 last year and 45-32 the previous year in Halstead. So the Lady Lions will be looking for their first win in 3 years here tonight. There have been 8 games in the series so far. Minneapolis leads at 5-3, including those 2 losses in the last 2 years. On neutral sites, we are 2-2 against Halstead. Last Tuesday night, we were led in scoring by Lindsay Shoup from the guard position, had 23 points, I believe. And the rest of the squad was around the 5 to 8 points total per player, if I'm not mistaken. So it'll be interesting to see how, if anything, changes tonight on offensive output, see if Shoup will still be the leader or if some of the spreading will get a little bit more distributed among the players.
Well, you know as well as I do, Dale, if you just have one person to go to for scoring, you won't get it done.
Mm-hmm. Eventually that catches up with you.
Yeah. A good coach will see that one time, and that'll slow you down the next time. You won't have near that many points, for one thing, and your team's going to struggle from the offensive end of the floor.
I would think, quite honestly, that there are some girls that can light it up a little bit more than did the other night. We've seen that from several of them in the past year, and so I would expect that we'll see a little more scoring from some of the other girls.
Outside shooting is an issue, I think. Shoup hit a couple from the outside, but she also missed a few from the outside. So,
yeah, she did, and I just quite honestly can't remember if we were consistent on the inside or not. My memory doesn't go back that far, but.
Well, I don't know that and I thought early on Shay Allison was going to have a big game. She did not. She did get the ball down on the low block. It was late in the game when I mentioned it, and she did score, but for the most part, she didn't have near the big game that I thought she would. Now, her presence tonight if she's matching up against a 5'10" or a 6-foot girl, she's going to be a very important player on the floor. We do have 5'7", 5'8", 5'9", but when you're playing against 5'10", 6 foot, you definitely need a body to match up to her to negate some of her scoring ability down low. And if she does play, it might be an issue. But there again, we've got athleticism that most teams may not have. We applied the full court pressure against Solomon, and when it started doing its thing, we got the layups, transition baskets off the turnovers. And the turnovers, I believe Scott had 20 turnovers on Solomon in the first half alone. So
yeah.
It was a big first half.
Our defense really caused havoc for Solomon there in that first half especially. So, and I would expect the pressure defense to be a #1 part of this squad's game throughout the year. We've seen that from them in the past, and when their defensive pressure has been good, their offensive output has followed suit.
We have girls that can run the floor, play good defense for sure, and that's our strong suit. As I mentioned, the outside shooting is not one of our strong suits, but the inside game and running the floor, the girls are athletic enough to get up and down the floor, and they push the ball. As the outlet pass comes to Shoop, she is on the move, and I was impressed with the unselfish passing. The girls have passed to the opposite side, and the girls on that side filling the lanes would have a layup, and we hit a lot of those layups, and henceforth the 20-point lead at halftime.
Things slowed down significantly in the third quarter, if I remember right. I don't know what our scoring was, but it was like night and day in the third quarter compared to what we had put out in the first half.
Just a 4-point output in the third quarter, and a few more in the final stanza. We got 11 in the fourth quarter.
I bet you see that all the time. You get kids get up at the big lead in the half, and they maybe come out and don't quite give the oomph to start the second half that they had the first half. But
talking with Weatherman before halftime of the Bennington game, you try to work your number 7, number 8, number 9 players in there to give them some playing time. And you're playing them with your starters. Well, continuity just isn't there this early in the year, and as the year progresses, those girls will play better together as a team, whether you have 2 starters in there or 5.
Getting ready for introductions here.
Minneapolis in white. I presume we will be the home team.
1-0 lines against the 0-2 Halstead Dragons.
For Halstead, number 3, Mackenzie Henderson. For Minneapolis at guard, Grace Peters, number 2. For Halstead, number 4, Brooke Marshall. She's a senior. And for Minneapolis, Shay Allison. She'll play in the middle post. And for Halstead, number 22, Mallory Williams. She's a senior as well, 5'2". So they do start 2 seniors. For Minneapolis, Jadra Lott. And they do start a freshman, number 32, Kayla Newman. She's 5'11", a freshman. For Minneapolis, Kennedy Allison. And for Halstead, a 6-foot senior, Maddie Warner. And for Minneapolis, point guard, Lindsay Shoup. So it's Anderson, Marshall, Williams, Newman, and Warner for Halstead. Shoup, Allison, Lott, and Grace Peters. We're just about ready to tip here. Lady Lions' second game of the year, as Dale mentioned. Halstead's played 2. Neither team has gotten into the win column yet.
Well, Minneapolis did.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right. Excuse me. Yes, Minneapolis 1-0 and Halstead 0-2. So thanks for the clarification there, Dale. I do like this officiating crew here. I've seen two of them in state playoff games, and I've seen them in the finals. So very capable, kind of local guys, but they've been there. Should get a pretty decent game. Halstead will jump their big center. Warner and Jadra Lott will jump.
Oh, they're jumping the freshman, huh? Aren't they?
Yes, she is.
Yep. The 5'11" freshman.
Yes,
over
the
6-footer.
On top of things, Dale, I'm going to need your help tonight, as you know, and they get the tip.
Tips to the 6-foot girl.
Out front it goes. Anderson has it. And Newman comes to the top. Man-to-man defense by Minneapolis. Motion offense. Pick and roll for Halstead. Girls are going to have to learn to switch on defense. They start to, and then they go back to their original player. Williams with the ball out on top. Now Newman. Anderson has it. In the lane she goes. Has a shot. Dishes it off to the freshman, and she misses on the baseline as Newman had a pretty decent shot. Now we're on the move. Shoop all the way down the paint. Jump shot up. No good, and she is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line for a two-shot foul here. Foul is on number 22, Mallory Williams. That's her first team foul. Shoop, 2 shots. First one rimming in. Just underway here. She got them both. 2-0. Minneapolis. Full court pressure put on. Shoop with a good steal and save on the out of bounds line. Halstead gets the ball as she tips it back in. Full court pressure, and they clear the timeline. But not without some resistance. Minneapolis playing tight defense, man to man. Peters, Lott. Allison. Dribble drive down the paint. Oh, okay.
Shoop, what's the foul?
Got down to the low block. Shoop was there. Looked like she had position, but evidently she moved into the traffic lane there as she's whistled with her first personal foul. Minneapolis first team foul. Out front it goes. Almost tipped out of there by Shoop. There is a steal as Kennedy Allison ought to have a layup, and she does. 4-0. Nice anticipation there, Dale.
Well, we've seen that throughout her career. Expect it to continue throughout this season. The Annapolis hopeful. 10 seconds. The call. Pressure defense doing its job, Mike.
Better watch what
Allison
I'm doing here,
will
Dale.
throw the ball in from the side, gets it down to Shoop. Back to Allison on the wing. She drives in out to Peters on the right wing. Allison sets up at the top now.
Halstead's gone into a zone there. Dale, long three-pointer by Shoop. It's good.
Seven 0 Minneapolis. 5:50 to go in the first quarter.
Still full court pressure by the Lady Lions. They clear the timeline as
Shea Allison got a finger in there, knocks it away. She ends up with the loose ball.
almost stepped on the out of bounds.
Nice dump down pass. Shoot the Lott for the lay-in.
Jadra Lott, she's deadly on that little bank shot.
Shoot with the steal. Jason Peters with the layup. Makes the score 11-0. 5:19 remaining here in the first
What we like
quarter.
to see.
That will take a break here. A word from our sponsors. We'll be right back.
Stop and and experience shopping with a promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. Gene's IGA, your hometown grocery store supporting your hometown Lions.
For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Tonight's game brought to you by City Pharmacy in Minneapolis, now delivering to our neighboring communities. Call us to find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family. Go Lions!
Eagle Communications, home of ECTV, high-speed internet, 910 KINA, and 99 KG Country, is a proud sponsor of tonight's hometown coverage of Lions sports. Listen to the Lions sports on SalinaPost.com.
I get interested in the game, Dale. I forget to write down the stats. So, quick timeout by Halstead. Coach sees it slipping away from him. Minneapolis with a quick 11-0 run here to start the game. Nicole Forte in the contest along with Mackenzie Allison. And right now it's a walk. That's a good call. The rotation is 7. Coach Weatherman's comfortable with, but he'd like to have it as 9. So you'll see a few other faces on the floor here. Turnover gives it right back to Minneapolis. Kennedy Allison with it, dribble drive into the paint. Now shoot from the outside. Actually, he did call it.
Three-pointer bounced up and hit the clock above the backboard. Halstead's ball. Full pressure defense again for the Lions.
Trapping full court pressure.
They get it across the timeline. There they are on the attack. Mackenzie Allison breaks it up. Steals the ball. She's fouled.
She's fouled from behind, I believe. We'll wait and see. Yes. Number 32 whistled with the foul. That's Kayla Newman.
Second team foul on the Dragons.
Minneapolis plays it in. 4:45 left, first quarter. 11-0. Kennedy Allison dribble drive, kicks it back out front. Nicole Forte. Now shoot. Baseline. Now underneath. Nice pass to Mackenzie.
13-0. 4:25 to go in the first.
Allison. Her first 2 points of the evening. 13-0. Halstead yet to score, but we're just a couple minutes into this ball game. Crossover dribble and the pushing foul is called, I believe, on Jadra Locke. Be Jadra's first personal foul, Minneapolis' second team foul. Halstead Lady Dragons will play it in underneath the basket. They get her tied up down there. Possession arrow favors Minneapolis, and they'll turn it over to Minneapolis. 4:03 left first quarter. Nicole Forte with the ball in the backcourt. Played the guard position most of her career, but she's almost a 4. Forward. Kennedy Allison over to Nicole. And they throw it behind her, and Allison quick enough to run that down and save it. Nicole all the way to the basket. Unselfishly puts it in the hands of Shea Allison, and she's tied up.
Her shot misses, comes back to her on the rebound. She's tied up before she can get it up.
And the possession arrow favors Halstead this time, and they'll play it in. Minneapolis applying the pressure.
3:36, they throw it away. Picked up by Allison, 5-footer.
Jump shot, banks off the glass, no good. Gets her own rebound, shot again, good. That was a nice looking shot right there. Quick enough to get her own rebound on the opposite side and stuck it right back up off the glass. Now they have a 2-on-1, and Shea with the quick hands tips it
Peters gets the ball and it's fouled.
Tried to get the outlet pass out of there, but the pressure
By
put on
34
by Werner.
for Halstead, their third personal. Sky Warner.
Now Halstead's going to return the favor. Full court pressure. Peters has it. Over to Allison. Forte clears the timeline. Skip pass to Peters. Back to Kennedy Allison. Dribbles it off her knee, and Halstead picks up the loose ball. We get back on defense. They had a layup. She missed. Gets her own rebound. Out front it goes. And that is a steal. Should have been a walk.
Yep.
Allison all the way in. Layup, no good. Gets her own rebound.
She's fouled on the second shot attempt.
Two-shot foul coming for Kennedy Allison, who is running the floor very well.
Other than that walk that she got away with.
Yeah. That foul was on
12, I guess. 34 previously had the foul.
Right now, the free throws are going down. And Grace Peters in the lane too soon. Lane violation. And a timeout called for by Coach Weatherman. 30-second timeout. We'll take one too. Minneapolis leading 15-1 here in the first quarter at Kansas Wesleyan.
2:38 remaining. We'll be right back.
County Bank in Minneapolis offers hometown banking with commitment, experience, and quality service. Proud sponsors of area school activities.
See American Family Insurance agent Scott Osherman for all of your insurance coverage under one roof. The Scott Osherman Agency in Minneapolis, proudly supporting the Lions.
And speaking of Scott Oshman, we hope things are going well for the Minneapolis Junior High boys tonight.
Yes.
Minneapolis versus the Russell Rupenthal team.
I did have the correct foul total, but they're not keeping fouls with the player, evidently. So 5 points by Kennedy Allison here in the early going. 16-0.
Oh, I thought I saw one up there on the board for him a minute ago, and I go, when did I miss that? It's 0 now.
Oh, I did see a one.
Yeah, okay.
And I called it that, but it is 16-0.
Glad my eyes weren't deceiving me.
I think they put the one up there as the foul or
Must have
something.
been, yeah.
Entry pass intercepted by Jadra Lott as they try to get it into the 6-footer. Nice defense as we double down. Pass down low to Shea Allison, and she's double teamed. Forte, shot in the lane, no good. And now they have a layup. Oh, Jadra's fast, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
She got back in time for her to cover up, and they missed the layup. Shoot, that should have been a walk, and
It
good
is.
call. I was going to say I did not have a point for Halstead yet, but they had a one up there.
I know they did.
Minneapolis cruising here in the early going. Minute 58 left. First quarter, and a 16-0 lead over the Halstead Lady Dragons. Minneapolis has fallen back into a matchup zone. Let's see if they can, skip past the other side. Shot no good. Big 6-footer has it. Lost it. Back out front it goes. Three-pointer on its way. It
Bounds
deadens itself on the back of the rim.
16-3 Minneapolis.
And drops in.
20 to go here in the first quarter.
Three-pointer. It'll change the complexion of a game quickly. Shoup with a three of her own, air ball. Peters collects the carom on the other side of the rim. Dribble drive. Lindsay back to Shea. Nicole's wide open, but she's covered up.
Steal of the ball by Halstead. Tie up now.
Scrum over there.
To Minneapolis.
Looked like Nicole jumped on it. possession arrow favors Minneapolis. So we get Kennedy Allison, Mackenzie Allison, and Adeline Laws into the contest. 51 seconds left. We're going to set up in a box on this inbounds play. Halstead stays in his zone. Out front it goes. Jade Roulotte.
She thought about that three-pointer.
Well, I think we're going to try for the last one. Maybe. We throw it away. Tipped by Halstead. It goes out of bounds, and they cannot rescue the ball. It'll stay with Minneapolis. 34 seconds left. Shoop with the ball. Lott on the left wing. Gets a ball screen from Laws. They reverse the ball the other side. Shoop in the paint. Tries to pass it down to Laws, and we lose it. 7 on the floor, and
tie up again, but this time it'll go to Halstead.
15 seconds left, and we get a substitute in. Shoop heads to the bench. No need for her to pick up her second personal foul as Grace Peters comes back in.
Oh, okay. No change of possession yet. Peters knocks it away. Last touch by Peters.
Good defense by Grace. But Halstead having a little difficulty with this full court pressure early on. It seemed like they were getting it down without a problem. They just have trouble getting it in. Now the 6-footer has it. Well, we intercept. And it's Allison all the way in, and she makes the layup off the glass. Nice job.
At the end of one quarter, it's Minneapolis 18-3 for the Lady Dragons of Halstead.
Fast-moving first quarter. Minneapolis keeping the pressure on Dale.
We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors, Eagle Communications Channel 20 and SalinaPost.com.
The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lionbackers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
Welcome back to Maybe Arena. It's second quarter action getting ready to start here.
You know, they'll have a very nice sports complex here once they get the stadium built out across the street to the east.
Yes.
And this basketball facility here with the spare gym just off the side of this. And we're underway, second quarter. Halstead plays it in. Man-to-man defense by Minneapolis. A little sloppy play by Halstead. They just are not getting the ball where the coach wants it to be, but it's not because they're not trying. Minneapolis overplaying and playing very good defense. Jump shot on the baseline, no good. And Peters has the rebound, gets it off to Shoop. Zone defense by the Lady Dragons. Kennedy has it, gets it off to Lindsay Shoop. Baseline shot, no good, and Jade Roulotte claims the board. Now a three-pointer on its way by Shoop, no good.
Rebound claimed by the 5'11" girl for Halstead this time. Here they come on the attack. Trailing the lines 18-3 here.
Good overplay by Lindsay. Gets the hand in the passing lane. Knocks it out of bounds. Halstead to play it in. Free throw line extended. Matlock to play it in, who has their only points so far in this contest. Good pressure defense without fouling. Three-pointer on its way. The big girl gets the rebound, and Shoup has the block over the back.
And the foul.
And that'll be Lindsay's second personal foul. Maddie Warner at the free throw line. She'll shoot two. Free throw, no good. That one back rims as well, and Shea Allison pulls down the rock for Minneapolis. Shea topped the key, has a shot, passes it up. Kennedy Allison dribble drive into the paint and is shut down defensively. Grace Peters all the way in. They
runner partially blocked.
Had a hand on it, and tie up underneath. Grace gets a hand on that. Possession arrow favors Minneapolis, and Grace Peters will throw it in. Out front it goes to Jadra Lott. Kennedy back to Grace. Shot over the rim, no good. And Anderson claims the board for Halstead. Down the left wing, Marshall has it. Out front, Warner. On the wing, layup. Oh.
Peters with the
Anderson
rebound.
gets all the way to the rim and misses the chippy.
One thing I've noticed out of Grace Peters this last game and this one so far is tenacity under the boards. I don't remember. I just don't recall if I saw that last year or not.
She's aggressive. 5:36 left in this first half. Shoup dribbles it off her thigh and turns the ball over. Two personal fouls.
Forte and Mackenzie Allison come in for Shea Allison and Grace Peters.
Weatherman's going to play her with two personal fouls here in the first half. May not have another ball handler on the bench, Dale. 18-3.
Might be.
Halstead with the ball out on top. Motion offense against a pretty good man-to-man defense. Skip pass, three-pointer on its way, off the heel of the rim. Now Shoup catches the long carom in stride, and all the way in she goes. They're going to count that as Lindsay gets all the way to the rack. Scoop shot, right-handed off the glass, and it goes in. Anderson's first. Shoup made that. Free throw no good. Gets her own rebound.
She's fouled by 22, is it?
Caught a shoulder in the
Mallory Williams.
mouth area. Williams with
Halstead.
her second personal foul. Shoup to the free throw line. That's the 7th team foul, so Shoup's shooting a 1-and-1 here. First throw, no good. And 5'11" senior rips down the board. They have some open looks, but they haven't been able to hit the outside shot. And that was a nice shot down low. Mackenzie Allison clears the board for Minneapolis. A little off balance shot by Newman. Now Shoup on the baseline, shot no good. Allison on the backside has the rebound, stick back. It's missing, and Newman clears the board for Halstead. 20-3 right now, 4:25 left first half. And Jade Relot with a good overplay catches the pass in the passing lane, and it's another turnover for Halstead. Shoup has it. I believe a timeout called for by the Halstead coach is granted, and we'll take one, two, full timeout as Halstead's coach wants to try to get things back together. They're not looking real good, are they, Dale?
The score is 20-3 in favor of the Lions. 4:06 here remaining in the second quarter. We'll be right back. Neither team has scored much here, actually, in the second quarter.
Stop into Jeans IGA and experience shopping with a promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. Jeans IGA, your hometown grocery store supporting your hometown Lions.
For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Tonight's game brought to you by City Pharmacy in Minneapolis, now delivering to our neighboring communities. Call us to find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family. Go Lions!
Yeah, right now the second quarter kind of reminds me of what the third quarter was against Solomon the other night. It was 18-3 at the end of one, wasn't it?
Yes.
It's 20-3 right now. 4:06 remaining in the second. We've had some shots, some nice shots. They just have not gone.
Zone defense by Halstead, Minneapolis. Trying to get the ball inside. Peters on the right wing, tries to get it into Shea Allison, tipped out of there by Warner.
Double team between 33 Warner, the 6-footer, and 32 Newman, the 5'11 girl. 5'11 freshman.
Forte to play it in for Minneapolis. Kennedy Allison with a shot over the rim, no good, and Cole Forte outlet pass is intercepted. And Halstead has it. Minneapolis quick to get back on defense to stave off the run out. Just too quick for Halstead. Almost a walk as they pick up her dribble. Warner has it.
Kennedy Allison steps in and knocks the ball loose.
Just on the baseline with the ball.
Goes for it. Can't keep it inbounds.
It will be Halstead's ball to play in. 3 minutes left, first half. They try to get the ball into Newman. It's tipped out of there nicely by Mackenzie Allison. She's got her hands full with Newman. They're a pretty good matchup, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And she did a very good job covering up on the backside. They're looking for that backside.
Shea Allison, a nice job of reaching in and tapping that ball away, and Halstead touches it before it goes out of bounds.
Good defensive stand there by Minneapolis. Good stop. Grace Peters to Shea Allison. Now Kennedy Allison, baseline drive, shot no good. And a reach-in foul is called on number 12, I believe, Matlock. Jade Relot back in. 8th team foul. Kennedy Allison will shoot a 1-and-1. First throw. Up and back rim, no good. And Newman chases it down.
She's a nice little player for a freshman. She's going to be pretty good for her. She gets out of here.
Yes. There's an interception by Kennedy Allison. She's got the layup. No, off the glass, no good. Jadra Lott. And another foul, reach-in foul on number 22, Mallory Williams. And I've got her with 3. Jadra Lott to the free throw line. She'll shoot a 1-and-1. Next foul, Minneapolis will be in the double bonus. So she's got a nice little stroke there from the charity stripe. She doesn't think about it too much. She just
pops it up there.
Strokes it right in there.
21-3.
That was just in and out, but nice stroke, Jadra. Good defense, and they throw it away as they had an open player down low, running ball. The pass went into the locker room. 2:16 left, first half. There's an alumni.
Yep.
Nicole in the paint has her shot blocked by the 6-footer. Nice play, not foul.
Peters with the steal.
Now that squirts out of there. I think it's going to stay with Halstead.
Yeah, last touch with Peters. In the scrum for the ball.
Yes, you're right, Dale. The 5'11 freshman Newman will be a player in the years to come. She's a pretty good looking player. They save that one on the sidelines. They're having a little trouble now breaking the pressure. Turnover gives it right back to Minneapolis. Shea Allison and Adeline Laws come into the contest. Jadra Lott and Mackenzie Allison will get a breather. 1:46 left first half. Forte with it. Peters out down low, Shea Allison. Skip pass to Peters. Back to Kennedy Allison, dribble drive in the paint, shot up and in. Taking,
23-3.
Taking the press off. Minute 20 left first half. Good defense applied by the Lady Lions. Not had too many easy shots. There's a steal and a kickback. Peters has it. Layup is no good. Laws trying to get it away from Shea. Now Peters
is fouled.
Has been hooked by number 34, Warner, Sky Warner. That will put Peters to the free throw line to shoot 2. Double bonus.
54 seconds left here in the second quarter.
Free throw, no good. Four out of 9 from the charity stripe. See if we can get it to 50%. Grace, nope. And Shea Allison over the back is the call. It'll go the other way.
54 seconds remaining. It's 23-3 Minneapolis.
Under a minute. Good first half for the Lady Lions. A lot of people on the floor seen some playing time. And I don't know where we're going with that. They throw it away. Achterberg is in. Molly. Out front it goes. Halstead looking at this tight Lady Lion defense. Good help defense. Nice double team on the baseline. Girls understand you got to get there to help out, and a good defensive play
by Shea Allison.
Walked. Achterberg picks up her dribble and takes a little bit of a slide step. Traveling's the call. 9 seconds left. First half. Grace with good pressure. They may not get a shot off.
Steal by Achterberg.
They don't.
The score is 23-3 after 1 half of play.
Good defense. But the first quarter was phenomenal. In the second quarter, they let off the gas a little bit.
They outscored the Lady Lions, outscore the Lady Dragons from Halstead 5-0 in the second to take this 23-3 lead. We'll take a break and hear some words from our sponsors, and we'll be back with a little halftime wrap-up.
Point totals for the first half. Lady Lions leading here at halftime 23-3 over the Halstead Lady Dragons. For Minneapolis, Kennedy Allison has 9. Lindsay Shoup has 7. Grace Peters has 2. Jade Roulat has 3. And Mackenzie Allison has 2. For the Lady Dragons,
listen closely.
Mackenzie Matlock has 3 points. And that's it.
What were there from the free throw line? Did they have it?
They were 0 for 2 from the free throw line, and Minneapolis was 4 of 10. To start the second half, Minneapolis will play it in to start the second half. Possession arrow favors Big Blue. And we're underway. Peters has an opening, doesn't take the shot. A bit of a 2-3 matchup. Shoup will. Off the rim, no good, and Halstead has the board as Brooke Marshall clears the rebound for the Lady Dragons. Man-to-man defense by Minneapolis. Starters to start the second half. Lindsay Shoup with a nice steal there and layup. She gets the scoring started here in the second half with an easy layup.
Down low to 33. Nice feed to her. She's got the bucket underneath. 25-5 Minneapolis.
Peters, Lott, Allison, Shoup, and Lott are on the floor.
Allison's shot no good. Rebound to Halstead.
Just underway here in the second half. Minneapolis still putting the pressure on. A little half court
Peters
action.
Puts the moves on 22.
Ties her up, and it will stay with Halstead. They'll throw it in. Free throw line extended. 25-5. Freshman on the right wing has it. Looks inside. Warner is covered up. Newman is open. It was a pick and roll, and they didn't see her. She had released on the pick and was headed to the basket. She was wide open.
Brooke Marshall, the 5'7" senior, with the travel.
Turnover gives it right back to Minneapolis. Shoup with the ball, clears the timeline. Kennedy Allison with the ball above her head. Dribble drive into the paint. Dishes it down low to Shea Allison. Shot up and good.
Falling away 5-footer there.
Keeps the ball above her head and knocks that one down on the baseline. Little half-court trap. Minneapolis is working on. Kennedy Allison's long arms intercepts that pass.
Tries to get it to Lott, but feeds it too far ahead, and Lot was covered well by the defenders anyway.
Been one of those times where you wait for the rest to come down.
Yeah. Or stop and pop. Timeout, Halstead.
It was close to a 5-second call, but the coach, I think they got it in. But he calls a quick timeout. Dale, pressure defense is just too much for the Lady Dragons here tonight.
It really is. 27-5 the score for the Lady Lions.
.550 left in the third period. That was a 30-second timeout. They should be right back with us here. Halstead to maintain possession. They'll throw it in down on the baseline once again. Minneapolis, I thought, were going to be pressing half court, but they're still full court pressure.
Practice it. Practice, practice. You can only practice it effectively against your own kids so much.
Yeah, Newman gets it in, and Halstead having a little trouble. They try throwing over the top, shoot right there. And a nice step over move by Lindsay Shoup. She gets all the way to the basket. Nice layup by Lindsay Shoup. Now they break the timeline, try to get it down low, and the bounce pass down to Warner is off the shin of Shea Allison and out of bounds. It will remain with Halstead. Newman has it. Nice leaner in the paint. She is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot two.
The 5'11" freshman.
Fouls on number 12. That would be Jadra Lott. It's her second. Free throw up and in by Newman. Her first points of the evening. Second throw on its way. It is good as well. Pretty good looking freshman. Shoup with a nice stutter step down into the paint. She is fouled. She gets all the way to the basket. Nice crossover dribble when she got down there. Matlock with her third foul. Shoup to the free throw line. Free throw up. Good. She got them both.
Five seconds.
Good call, Dale. It's exactly, Newman had absolutely no place to go with it.
I just beat the whistle by a half a second, didn't I?
Nicole Forte in, she'll play it in. Kennedy Allison on the baseline. Skip past Shoup, left-hand shot. No good. Jadra Lott had the offensive board stick back, but Warner, the 6-footer, was right there. Ooh, a little high dribble. Now, she kept her hand on top of the ball. A lot of refs won't call that. And she picked up her dribble. So it's one of those that the crowd likes to see you call it. Turnover gives it back to Minneapolis. Kennedy Allison. Out front it goes to Nicole Forte. Shoup, skip pass to Allison. Baseline drive. She's fouled from behind by Newman. And she'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. Newman's second personal foul. Ooh.
Third on the 5'11" freshman.
First free throw, no good.
And she sits down. Replaced by Kristen Mueller, 5'8" junior.
Kennedy with the second free throw here is up and no good. Tipped out of there, and look who gets
Kennedy gets in
on
on
the
it.
tie-up.
And possession arrow to the Lady Lions. 31-7 here. The score, 4:41 remaining in the third.
One advantage the shooter has, it kind of looks like you know where the ball is headed if you're missing. Shoop with the ball left wing, dishes it off to Shea. Now Mackenzie Allison back to Grace Peters. Crossover dribble by Shoop is knocked away by the Halstead defender. Shea with a nice jump shot, top of the key, just off the front of the rim. And Halstead has the rebound. There's a good play by Nicole Forte to deny that pass down the sideline. 4:09 left, third quarter, 31-7.
Peters with excellent defense still. They hand off to Brooke Marshall. Muller with the ball.
Motion offense, but Minneapolis has been extremely tough on the defensive end. Good help defense, and they double team. They switch back. And I just don't see a flaw in too much of the defense down there. It's just very solid tonight, as they were on Tuesday night. Off the hands of Werner, it will be Minneapolis ball. Nice pass.
Good play. They had the dump down to the 6-foot Maddie Warner, but the ball was a little bit overhead. 3:25 to go in the third. Lions on the tack.
Peters has it, gets it down low to Shea Allison. Now Nicole Forte. Kennedy Allison back in the contest. Now down low, Shea Allison shot over the top, no good, and Mackenzie Allison over the back of number 4, Brooke Marshall. It will be Mackenzie's. That's her third. Her first personal. Jadra Lott back in.
Oh, wow. I thought Peters might have got called for a foul.
I
but the
thought so too, but
ball was out of
evidently
bounds. She stepped on the offensive player, stepped on the line.
she had a little help. But you're right. She did step on the inbounds baseline there. It's Minneapolis ball. Peters. Now Shea Allison with it. Back to Nicole. Peters open, 3-point shot. Nope, it's a 2.
Foot was on the line. 33-7.
That was a good stroke, wide open.
Lott possibly got away with a trip, but travels trying to get her balance after the ball steal.
They had the steal. She had lost her balance. It was a little pirouette there, and traveling's the call. Minneapolis leading 33-7. Still man-to-man defense by Minneapolis. There's a good anticipation. Jadra Lott layup. No good. Gets her own rebound, and then it's tipped out of there. Halstead on the move now. Good defense by Kennedy Allison. Oh, skip pass down on the baseline, went right through the wickets of Grace Peters. Now she's on the move, 1-on-1. Now she's got help, 2-on-1. Layup, no good. And Halstead comes out of there with a rebound, which is stolen by Kennedy Allison.
She's fouled quickly by Mallory Williams, the 5'2" senior.
That's her fourth, and she did have Kennedy across the arm there.
Adeline Laws and Shoop come in.
That's the 4th team foul on Halstead.
And Newman comes back in for Halstead, along with Sky Werner, 5'3" sophomore.
Shoop gets it back to Adeline. Out front, Forte. Lott has a touch, now Shoop. Forte, back to Shoop. Dribble drive in the paint, jump shot off the glass, no good. And 5'11" freshman Newman claims the board for Halstead. Good overplay there by Adeline Laws to deny. Now the outside shot, no good. And a good box out by Jadra Lott. Has the rebound from Minneapolis, Nicole Forte.
To Shoop on the right wing, cross-court pass to Lott.
Ooh.
Turns down a shot.
Jadra wide open. That's a good shot, too. Down the backside, skip pass to Shoop, no good. And they're going to get Newman with the block.
Fourth personal on Newman.
Shoop to the free throw line. She'll get a 2-shot foul here.
5'11" freshman.
Free throw, no good.
And Newman will spend some more time on the bench. 55 seconds to go here in the third.
Shoot 4 out of 7 from the charity stripe.
Adele Runebum, 5'7" sophomore, in replacement. Shoot with the rebound. Picked up her dribble, she's stuck. Gets it out to Forte. Back to Shoop on the right side. Looking to the inside now, she drives in. Scoop shots up and good.
Wow, nice move on the baseline.
35 seconds remaining, it's 35-7 Minneapolis. Point production has picked up a little bit in this quarter from the second. Turnover.
Traveling call right in front of the coach. Coach
Sky Werner.
Halstead is not complaining. He could see it. 26 seconds. Shoop all the way in. Layup. Good.
15 points, 17 points for Shoop now. She had 23 against Solomon.
Coaches want you to stop the ball, and they didn't stop Shoop last time. There's a shot put up by Halstead, and the rebound's taken down by Laws. And we aren't going to get a shot off. That's the way the third quarter will end. Minneapolis 37 and Halstead 7.
We outscore them 12-4 in the third stanza. We'll be right back after this word from our sponsors.
Stop into Jeans IGA and experience shopping with a promise of neighborly service from people you know and trust. Jeans IGA, your hometown grocery store supporting your hometown Lions. For over 100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way, Robertson Monuments.
Tonight's game brought to you by City Pharmacy in Minneapolis, now delivering to our neighboring communities. Call us to find out when we can come to you. City Pharmacy for your family. Go Lions!
Well, that quarter was a little more reminiscent of the first quarter. First quarter we outscored Halstead 18-3. That quarter it was 14-4 in our favor. Started kind of slow, but we picked up the pace of scoring in the second half of that third quarter. And the possession arrow will be to Halstead as we start the fourth stanza.
37-7. Minneapolis Lady Lions cruising here. We're underway in the final quarter. Halstead with the ball. defense by Minneapolis. The overplay will not let them reverse the ball. Now the ball is tipped. Entry pass off the hands of number 20, Shea Allison, I guess.
Shea Allison stepped around the offensive player and tipped that ball away.
Inbounds play, they get a shot. Shot is blocked by Kennedy Allison. We have numbers. Shoop on the other side, layup, good.
39-7. And Shoop with another steal. She's going to go coast to coast.
There's
Layup's
another
good.
one. Just like the other one.
And who called the timeout?
I think the referee called it just so they could get the
Sub in? Yeah.
subs in.
Okay. Nobody's going to the bench for a consult with the coaches. 41-7 the score, 7:06 remaining here in the fourth stanza.
Now I think they're going to run the clock.
Yes, 30 points or more in the fourth quarter, yes, the mercy rule.
And I think that's what I was seeing with Tom King was continuous run. There's a nice pass and a play down low. As Runenbaum gets a deuce down low, nice shot off the glass. Forte with it, between the leg dribble. She can handle the ball.
She can.
All the way in she goes, and the charging foul is the call. I didn't think so, but that's what the call is on the floor as Nicole got all the way to the low block.
(41-9), 6:05 remaining.
Callie Shoop and Molly Achterberg is in. Now down low, out front it goes. Step back three-pointer, no good. Laws with the big board for Minneapolis as the Walker girl is also Courtney Walker and Carly Shoop.
And we throw it away, but we get it back.
Shoop recovers it
Maybe not.
almost.
Spoke too soon.
Excuse me, that's Kylie Roth.
Carla Shoop, a good job of stopping the drive. Sky Warner
Shot
for
from
three,
the
no good.
outside, no good.
Newman with the rebound, and she's fouled going back up to the basket.
So we have Kylie Roth, Courtney Walker, Carly Shoop, Adeline Laws, and Molly Achterberg on the floor. Just trying to sort out the names here. I didn't have a name for the face of Kylie Roth. Now I'm good to go. 5 minutes left in the contest. Continuous running clock. Out front. Just still good defense by Minneapolis. Three-pointer on its way. It's up and good by number 21.
Mackenzie Matlack, 5'6" junior. 41-12. Achterberg across the timeline, pulls up, and is tied up. Possession arrow to the Minneapolis. Defender says, you're going to pull up? I will oblige you and tie up the ball. Clock stops for the timeout. 4:29 remaining by Minneapolis.
30-second timeout.
41-12 your score. Coach wants to talk with his subs. School them a little more on what they need to be doing.
And we're back at it. Minneapolis leading comfortably here, 41-12 over Halstead Lady Dragons. Minneapolis will maintain possession here. Roth will play it in. Roth, Walker, Shoop, Achterberg, and Laws on the floor. Walker with the ball. Achterberg has it tipped away by Halstead. Now they have numbers. They can't get the shot up now. They kick it back out. Shot up and in. Rattles in by by number 25, Runnebaum.
Madeline Runnebaum, 5'7" sophomore.
Walker with the ball, clears the timeline. Ball screened by Achterberg.
Off
All the
Walker's
way
foot.
down to the baseline and dribbles it off the foot, out of bounds. And McKenzie Allison will come back in.
For Adeline Laws.
41-14. Halstead. The entry pass to Runnebaum. Back out front. Three-pointer on his way, no good.
They get the rebound. Follow-up's no good. Newman with the rebound. Her follow-up's no good.
Newman's back in. It goes off Halstead. It will be Minneapolis ball to play in. Loss back in for Minneapolis, and McKenzie Allison back out. And now Halstead's going to apply the pressure.
3:05 to go. The running clock. Watch her get the
Achterberg
pocket
has
pick.
it. She can't get. She finally does get it off Carly Shoup. And that pass is intercepted. Halstead all the way in. Layup good by number 20, or number 3.
Roth gets the ball into Walker.
Anderson's first points of the game.
Down to Carla Shoup. She gets up, tries to get the ball down low to Laws, is over her head.
Just barely.
Out of bounds to
Thought maybe Loss could reach up and get that.
the Dragons. 2:25 to go. Still 41-16 Minneapolis.
Minneapolis in a zone here. The freshman shot over the top of the rim, no good. Shoup has the rebound. She's on the move.
Oh boy.
Pulls up her dribble, gets it off to Walker. Shoup out front. Dribble drive in the paint. Shot off the glass, no good.
Ross put back,
Off
no
with
good.
a nice stick back.
Adeline
There's a
Laws
stick
does put back in. 43-16. 1:35 to go here.
Nice aggressive offensive rebounding there by Minneapolis, and a blocking foul is called on Achterberg.
No free throws. It's fifth team foul. Clock keeps ticking at 1:20 to go.
Fifth team foul. Entry pass down low to Newman. Spins and shoots. Good.
Walker with the ball. Now to Achterberg.
Her first field goal
Roth,
of the game.
happy feet there, I think, but no
Yeah.
call.
Under a minute left. Walker with the ball off to Shoup on the left wing. Dribble drive.
Yeah, loses it out of bounds.
Can't rescue it. And it will be Halstead's ball.
.35 seconds to go.
Left wing, they had an opening. You're going to have to pull the trigger. There she will. Three-pointer on its way. No good. Newman runs it down for Halstead. Shot by Anderson, no good. He had just taken the three-pointer.
10 seconds. Another three-pointer.
Anderson, no good.
25 with the rebound. First shot's no good.
Runnebaum had the rebound and had her back to the basket, turned around, and the shot went up. No good. There's free throws coming, I believe, as Runnebaum will get 2.
Scoreboard says 43-18, but Runnebaum will get 2 free throws here. See if they can make it an even 20. There's number 19. And the second one's off. So the final is 43-19 in favor of the Lady Lions. They go to 2-0 on the season here in the Tri-County Classic, and we'll play Bennington tomorrow at Bennington, 6 o'clock. And the Lady Dragons of Halstead dropped to 0-3. We'll be back just a few minutes with our final wrap-up before we get ready for the boys' game.
Welcome back to Kansas Wesleyan Auditorium. Minneapolis Lady Lions victorious 43-19 over the Lady Dragons from Halstead. Point totals for this game: Lady Lions run their record to 2-0 here in this young season. Halstead in scoring, Mackenzie Anderson had 2. Mackenzie Matlock had 3. Williams had 3. Leading scorer for Halstead was Runenbaum with 5. Kayla Newman, good-looking freshman, had 4. Werner, the senior 6-footer, had 2. They're 3 of 6 from the free throw line. For Minneapolis, Kennedy Allison had 9, and she had 9 at halftime, so she didn't scratch in the second half. Leading all scorers tonight, Lindsay Shoup with 21. Grace Peters had 4. Jadra Lott had 3. Shay Allison had 2. Mackenzie Allison had 2. And Adeline Laws had 2. That should total up to about 43 points. Minneapolis boys warming up now, getting ready to take on the boys. Halstead Dragons.
Scoring by throughout the game, Minneapolis had the 18-3 lead after 1. 23-3 and after 2, so a very slow second quarter. Lead after 3 was 37-7, so we outscored 14-4. And then Halstead outscores us 12-6 in the final stanza as several of our subs came in and the clock was running. So.
Well, looking at the boys' game, Dale, what does the Halstead boys bring to the table? Or I should say court.
Well, I tell you what, it'll be interesting. I don't know what they have for guards after last year. Their big gun that was a guard last year is gone. As far as an athlete is concerned, I like their 6'5". Get his name here. Their 6'5" junior, Tate Kaufman, will be wearing number 11. He was a very good defensive end and an offensive end too. They didn't throw much, the Halstead football team. The little throwing they did was effective, but I was really impressed with this young man as a defensive end. 6'5", about probably 220, 230 pounds, something like that, and he can move well. He'll probably be a force to deal with inside. But they don't have the 3 or 4 6-footers, 6'3", 6'4" guys like Solomon did. They've got a 6'3" junior and three 6-footers after that.
Solomon's 6'4" player played a lot bigger than 6'4".
Yeah, he did. He did, and they lost a very, for them, very heartbreaking game to Bennington tonight in double overtime. But, well, we're going to take a break here and be back for the boys' game. Appreciate you listening to us here on Eagle Communications Channel 20 and SalinaPost.com. Replay on Eagle Channel 20. We'll get things reset. If you're listening on the internet, you'll need to sign off and sign back on. If you're on TV, just hang right with us.